And good morning from your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. Have you thought about the mass chaos that would happen if our coffee machine quit?
Oh, yeah. It'd be an empty chair until I can run to the superstop and bring back a whole pot.
The other day, other morning, Odie was doing something. I didn't realize he had started it, and I janked it open halfway in the middle of it.
That'll mess a coffee machine up.
It will. We had a flaw in the slaw for about 3 minutes or so till we figured out how to fix it.
I turned around and said, Houston, we have a problem. When the coffee pot goes down.
It was like, oh, help us, Lord, help us.
Somebody push a button.
Coffee is so addictive. If you haven't tried it, do so today. You too will get hooked.
And we try to learn on this new fancy technological AI coffee pot you got over there. I'm used to one of those that you just add water and push start. But yours is you push this button, pick a size, one cup at a time. But hey, it works. And especially on hump day, we got to have that coffee because we're just halfway through this week. But Friday's on its way, so hang in there.
Be here before you know it there.
Same with Christmas.
Well,
I keep bringing that up.
Christmas. I mean, Odie, we're at almost number 5, which puts us. And most people ain't even paid for last Christmas.
I'm glad I'm not. I'm not sitting here on Comfort Street and got all the money in the world, but
you ain't pushing it either.
I don't borrow for Christmas. If I don't have it, they don't have it.
Now the Neshoba County Fair is a different story.
Oh yeah, now we'll go mortgage a house for that.
And I say that with a smile, but there's a lot of truth to that too. There's a lot of people that's their vacation and they go borrow money to go to the Neshoba County Fair.
When you buy a shed that is 20 foot by 20 foot square and it's 2 stories, and you pay $300,000 for it, and don't even own the dirt that's under it.
You might be at the Neshoba County Fair.
You might be, yeah. Instead of you might be a redneck, you might be a Neshoba County Fairian.
And we are getting ready for that. Y'all, we're
2 months away.
Yeah.
And it's the world's largest house party. And it's a blast. I am not knocking it because I love it.
It is fun.
It's fun. And where else,
The chair race.
The chair race is great. Charlie Daniels, he was there a few years ago. Where can you go to a Charlie Daniels concert that costs you $15?
Right, but he ain't coming back.
Well, he ain't coming back. But they've always got great entertainment.
It is. This year will be no difference. They'll also have that as well. But it's fun. You see friends, and, well, you just get to hang out in those expensive cabins.
Yeah.
If you're fortunate enough, your family bought one umpteen dozen years ago, and it's been passed down.
It's the only real estate that actually does retain value.
And most people that visit us go, huh, even Reagan said that. Huh.
Yeah, well, Trump Jr. come down here.
He sure did.
And he said, this is wild.
It is unreal the amount of famous people that have made their way through the Neshoba County Fairgrounds and been there. There's a lot that you didn't even know were there that kind of blended in.
Well, you've got a down-to-earth family, and that is Archie Manning.
Yeah.
He's there every year. Eli comes. What's the other?
It's up to you to know these names here.
Archie, Eli, and...
Bubba?
No. Peyton. That's it. And they show up. These guys walk up to you, shake your hand. Hey, how you doing? They're normal, everyday people at the Neshoba County Fair. But yeah, it's cool. Now y'all go ahead and send that advertising check in. We're waiting for it.
Did you see where Biden meant to pick on Trump and say that he wasn't trustworthy? And he goes, "We're not trustworthy."
Well, at least he remembered what he was going to say.
He just can't help it. It just is one blunder after another.
Golly,
but that happened yesterday.
I wish I had that little meme that come up and said Biden picture there, and he goes, "Greatest magic trick in the world. I'm going to give you 2 $600 checks for COVID. Then I'm going to charge you $8,000 a year for your tax raise, and $6,000 a year on grocery tax, and $4,000 a year in gas revenue going up, and poof, you're broke.
That's true.
That's a magic trick.
I saw a thing yesterday where it was talking about groceries. It was some of the highest prices we've ever had at this point in time for the American family to go each week and try to feed their family. It is.
Do you know?
And if you think that hamburger that you've got into in a line there at a fast food, they have to go up. They don't have a choice.
It used to be cheaper in most aspects for me and Amy to go out to eat for dinner than it was to buy the food, cook it, and everything else at home. Now that's completely opposite.
You ain't lying.
For a family of 4, it's cheaper to eat at home. For a family of 2, it was really cheaper to go out and have a nice dinner. But bringing up food costs, do you realize that Mississippi has the 3rd highest grocery prices in the country?
How did that happen?
3. Well, Biden's one of them.
No, well, I guess that could be.
And then when you turn around and, what do you have? Probably 70% of the state is on food stamps.
Assistance of some sort.
Which food stamps, great thing when you need it. But
It is.
when 70% of the people are on food stamps, who really cares how much the price is? They're not paying for it.
I can see that.
So somebody's got to pay for it. So the other 30%, we're the ones eating it.
Oh, you need to get a 4th job. I might need something later.
Tell me.
What do y'all think about this of the US of A banning TikTok? Is it the thing to do? Or is it something that they don't have control over and they won't control it? There's 2 sides to this.
So you're buying it with China.
China has it, but when everybody will tell you is all the other media sources have the same information as they do. Is it because they don't control it, or is it because they really are scared what they'll do with the information? Which is it?
You allow China to come over here and buy our land up. Oh, wait a minute. We also buy 90% of our products from China because
solar panels.
We won't do anything over here for jobs. Solar panels come from China. Everything comes from China, and you're mad at this one little old app that you let a Chinese balloon fly over and take surveillance, and you're worried about an app.
We'll see.
You've got our doors open at the south end of the country, and you're worried about an app. I'm just
What?
here.
And you left out the pizza boy at Nancy Pelosi's house.
Oh yeah, with a hammer.
With a hammer.
And with underwear and something went on.
That happens all the time at the most secure house in America.
Yeah.
Something to consider. It's just one of those things that's in the headlines there. It's a part of that big package to where they've approved all this money, $95 billion for Ukraine. Did y'all hear that? $95 billion of U.S. tax dollars going to another country. That's just part of it, of the headlines that are shaping America this morning as you wake up.
But yet we're worried about an app.
Woo, woo. Sound the alarm. Now, I did read this week to where, as FBI is saying, y'all better watch out. We could have an attack on American soil at a high alert as they watch this. There's a lot of reasons to be concerned. Watch where you are if you're in a high crowded area. As we look back on what happened in Russia, to where, 140 people were attacked by gunmen. You never know who's in our country now and when they will take advantage of a situation. Watch large crowds. People like that want to harm us, look for that. So just be on high alert no matter where you are nationwide.
So what was the story with Troy? And
that
the
horse.
Horse? Yeah.
Remind me.
They opened the door and let the horse in thinking that everything's going to be okay. And then when everybody went to sleep.
They were just curious, wanted to look at it.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, the doors opened and everybody came in and attacked from inside. Does that sound familiar?
It does. What a concept there.
And now they're saying, oh, we might have an attack on American soil. It's because we let them in here. Golly. But yet we have other countries teaching our kids in college that's probably not American thoughts.
Boy. Something to think on there. But those are some of the headlines that are out there this morning.
Trojan Horse.
Trojans, they're out there everywhere you look. Just be careful is the main thing. That's why we're here. We want to be helpful to you. We're going to find out some good things as summer camp is right around the corner. Do you remember that as a kid? summer?
Yeah, and I went there.
Bible
grew up
school?
there. It was an awesome place, and I'm glad to see that it's still continuing to flourish. And a great place to put junior and juniorette this summer and learn a little bit about Jesus.
Yeah, some values. We're going to talk to Matt and Suzanne next. Y'all don't rush off. We'll be right back as this morning begins. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. As the seasons change, so do your clothes, and Garrett Sports Center on 8th Street has exactly what you need. Haybo shirts, long and short sleeve, also Hulk shirts, and America's favorite brand, Carhartt. Whether you need work pants or slacks for church, and nothing lasts like a pair of Carhartt overalls. Maybe it's a set of boots that you need. From box to lacrosse, they have the boot for you. And as hunting season rolls in, they have all the camouflage you need and toboggans to boot. Garrett Sports Center, 3505 8th Street, Meridian. Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing, or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. And welcome back. Your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. One last international story, and you had to see this coming. What's his face here? Kanye. Now, there's nothing left to the imagination when it comes to his girlfriend. Apparently he picks out her clothing and parades her around America. Yeah. They are announcing now that he's going to be starting a new company, which is what's a very calm way to. I don't want to use that word. What's a different way to word it, Odie?
Adult video.
Adult video. He is going to be starting this. Can y'all believe this? Really? But again, it doesn't shock you by what we've seen him do. And it was just a few years ago. 3, 4, 5 years ago, he was in Joel Osteen's church going, "I've been saved. Y'all come listen." Y'all remember that?
Oh,
He's gone from one extreme to the next. He said, I think this man is very disturbed. It has to be. And did you see his teeth? What he done there?
Did he get a new grill?
Well, yeah, he took them out and put titanium or something in his mouth. And
hey, they had one of them on 007.
They did. And that's if you look at him grin now, you will go, "What's going on?"
And he's going to do it with Stormy Daniels, of all people.
She's going to be in some of his films. This man needs a little prayers, what I'm hinting at. Yeah, so just be on the lookout. Most of us will never see any of that, and it doesn't matter, but know who you're dealing with is the moral to that story there.
Yeah.
We did see a guy. Every now and then you'll find out somebody on their deathbed, and they all huddled around, what's his name? The football player that just recently died.
O.J. Simpson.
And he had nothing to confess on his deathbed. There was a lot of people that said the confession's coming. It happened here as we go back to this 24 years, West Virginia. A guy waited in his deathbed and admitted that he had taken someone's life. The mystery is solved now.
Wow. If I did anything like that, my luck, I'd be miraculously cured.
I hear you talk in your sleep, and your wife talks to you all the time. You just don't know.
Probably so.
As we mentioned a moment ago, changing gears to something that is just really, really good. Summer camp. You can't beat this. As we welcome in Matt and Suzanne. How are y'all doing?
Hey, we're doing great. Good to be here this morning.
Now, y'all invite kids of all ages to come with y'all each year.
Yes, so our summer camp program runs from ages 6 through 17, and we've actually started the last couple years, in addition to our overnight camp, a day camp for 3 weeks in the month of June. Those are ages 6 to 12, and our overnight camps run different weeks for ages 7 through 17.
Now, is the 3 weeks there different groups each night, or is that one group stays 3 weeks?
It's a different group each week.
Okay.
And
well, see, I did watch, what was that movie, where the Addams Family, Well, they went to summer camp. I'm just curious if y'all done all
Yeah,
that.
it's not quite like it is in the movies.
Okay, I thought I'd ask.
Yeah, but that's okay. Yeah, so there's different sessions for each week, but they span those ages different weeks.
Odie, you said you attended this as a kid also,
Yeah.
so this has been going, how many years?
Since 1966.
Hello.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has been. How long have you been
Yeah.
there? Since 68?
2008. But that's 16 years already, so it feels like yesterday.
It flies, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does.
Really does.
Yeah.
So how does this work? If you're watching this and want your kids to have a positive influence to go somewhere, grandkids maybe, how do you go about all this?
Yeah, so registration is open right now, and you can go to pinelakecamp.com and click the button and sign up. We would love to have even more campers come.
Now, here's a quick look at the Facebook page here if you want to look this up. This is where you go here, Pine Lake Fellowship Camp. Of course, Christian-based with all this. That is what is very good, puts a positive influence on the kids there. You can also take a look here here's your website that you can look at. From here, where do you go? Do you contact us? Is that where you go, or is there a sign-up button here?
Click
There's going to be a couple things that come across, but you want to go to summer camp. Just click on the main summer camp page at the top right there, and then you will
Register
go
now.
straight to it. You got register now, and we have our open house this Saturday, which is perfect for parents, grandparents, and prospective campers. Come out and say, "Where's Pine Lake? What do y'all do? Who are the people that are going to be in charge?" Running it with our campers and some of the activities you get to do. So our open house is a little sample of a little taste of what summer camp is and how it can impact your child or grandchild.
Now, is it a cost involved? How does that work?
For open house, there's no cost at all.
Come out, take a look.
Just come on out, take a look, take a hike. We'll have free food, hot dogs, games, and things like that. Just a way for parents to have a good outing this Saturday from 11 to 2.
11 till 2. No, that's open house. When does actual summer camp begin to where you can start, drive up and say, get out and lock the door and run and get a free day?
Yeah.
Our first campers arrive May 30th.
May 30th? And I say that jokingly.
Yeah.
But
Well, some
Kid-
parents.
Hey, some parents, that's what they're that's what they're looking
take
for.
them, please.
Yeah. Yep.
At least
So
they're dropping them off in God's hands.
Yeah.
that's right. We take their active faith and trust as a very important thing to us. For them to trust us with their child, that is a big thing. I mean, talking about all the stories that you guys talk
yeah.
about every day, that is an active faith, and
So-
we take that trust.
Tell me this, as you drive up and you leave your child, what will they do? Give me a typical day of what goes on during summer camp, because I have no idea. Is it all swimming, eating cookies, or is there a little bit more to this than meets the eye?
Oh, we do a lot of that, but we also do Bible studies and we play games on the ball field where, they're getting to like run and play and move. We teach them new skills like archery or challenge course or slingshot. Some of it's the like classic camp experiences you would imagine or like have seen in a movie. And some
Any
of it's
chitlin cooking going on?
None of
not
that.
yet.
Okay, we want to make sure.
There's a lot of those activities that are important, but they also build other character skills
Oh,
too.
it
So
does.
there's social skills and other things like that, just with kids being together. And we talked about, the TikTok ban and social media. At summer camp, there's no cell phones. So, if you go out to eat, you're seeing people sitting around the table and everybody's got their phone in their hand. And I'm not going to point my fingers at myself either, but that can be the case. So
Correct.
you're not interacting. But at camp, there's no phones. So kids in a cabin are sitting around with fellow cabin mates talking to each other, learning to do those things. These are soft skills.
Have you thought about doing this with adults?
That's what I'm saying. We might need an adult camp.
Yeah. I mean, and
New
that-
session, ages 60 to 69.
I can see Odie dropping up, throwing Amy out. See ya!
Bye. See you later.
Yeah, there's a lot of positive things that come for that.
It
Positive
is.
risk taking, like going down a zip line. We have a zip line, and for some kids that changes their week. They've never done anything like that. They haven't taken a risk, and there's cabin mates there encouraging. I've seen kids' weeks change just by that experience, and that's really just
They find new confidence in themselves. They
is
realize they
good.
can do more than they thought.
yeah.
Here's some dates here that we've got on the screen there. And again, if you'd like to look at this closer, pinelakecamp.com is a way to do it, or look you up on Facebook. Either way that you
Yeah,
can find
Facebook.
the information.
Give us a call. We're on pretty much all the social channels.
There you go. What's the cost that goes into bringing your kids out here?
Sure, day camp is a little bit less. It's about $175 a week. And if you register for May 1st, you get in before the price goes up. And then our overnight sessions, they're around $255 right now.
That's
And they'll go up
not
again.
bad.
Yeah, it is significantantly subsidized through donations and things like that. So it is.
For a week, and that includes
Yeah.
your food and
That includes
everything
everything.
else.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
That's the drop off and
That's the drop off.
all inclusive vacation.
Well, I mean, kids now, they spend a lot of time in their bedroom playing video games. My grandson's favorite pastime. And then for him to go a week without a phone.
It can be tough. It can be tough,
Yeah.
and we've been working with parents on this for a while, where parents say, "I don't want my child to go without their phone," and so it creates anxiety not knowing what your camper's doing. But 15, 20 years ago, that was happening everywhere. You didn't know where your child was, or you couldn't contact them instantly. And we have seen it flip that the campers who have phones, they'll even come back after a week and say, "You know what, that was good. Like, I didn't want to do it for the first day or two, but when they get done, they're saying that was a really good experience." And then it's easy to fall right back in to
Now,
that.
the parents, they can call and say, "Hey, I just want to check on Junior. Is
yeah.
everything okay?" And if Junior's having a tough problem, can he call and say, "Hey, Mom, everything's okay. I just want to hear your voice"?
That's a great question. So, because we only have like a max of 48 campers each week, I know each of the campers and I'm in close contact with the counselors. So, we're going to call the parent probably before the camper is asking, just to let them know, "Hey, Junior's having a tough time. Do you have any recommendations, or do you want to send an encouraging email?" Yeah, we want to be
Great.
proactive, and we want to be on the same team as the parents and keep them in the loop.
I mean, that's awesome. That's $250 at the most for a week. That includes
Yeah.
everything. But most off, you're getting taught a lot of Jesus. You're getting taught society. You're getting taught to be with others your own age and communicate without a text. I all the way around, I think that is a very cheap vacation for the parents.
Yeah.
And education for our children. That is awesome.
And we call it whole person ministry. So we talked about a lot of the physical things, social things, emotional things, but it is spiritual. We're sharing the good news of Jesus Christ with campers, and hoping that they take the next step on their walk with Him. And I did want to clarify. Somebody asked, that's a whole lot of money for a day. That is the price for a week of camp.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
talking a week.
Yeah, it's for a week. And if you look at other summer camp opportunities around here, we're still probably less. And like
Way
I said,
cheaper.
it costs more than what we charge. So we rely on a lot of contributions and donations from people.
We want
Appreciate y'all.
everybody to be able to enjoy camp.
Absolutely. Here it is, what you're looking at, Pine Lake Fellowship Camp. Thank y'all for coming in.
Thank you for
Matt,
having us.
Suzanne, we appreciate y'all so much.
Definitely. That is awesome.
All right, we're getting breaking news this morning that there is a fire that has broke loose in Meridian. As we pull here, let me pull this map up and show everybody. We're getting reports of a fire at 1511 9th Avenue in this general area here. People are reporting they're hearing glass break. They saw 3 people evacuate the house. Meridian Fire Department en route to that area there. And again, here's the Wesley House here. Here's Front Street. This is where this is located. So if you're in that area, there's fixing to be fire trucks. Maybe they've already rolled through there, but maybe more emergency personnel responding to the scene along Front Street as they head up toward 9th Avenue. So when we get more information on this, we will pass this along this morning as well.
Yeah, prayers for the family and what they're having to deal with right now.
Yeah, more on that coming up. Scotty Ray and Odie.
Bring on the amazing colors of spring. Al's Garden and Gift, voted the best garden and gift shop, specializes in beautiful bedding and vegetable plants, shrubs, fruit trees, hanging baskets, succulents, roses, and ferns. Freshen up flower beds with mulches, soils, sod, and pine straw. Also sprouting up unique gifts, candles, pottery, gourmet sauces, spices, and food items. Come try a cool and delicious treat by Ice Cream Factory 2. It's the perfect time to spend in the yard. Bloom with happiness. Visit Al's Garden and Gift today.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn. And welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. And of all the things I've seen, yesterday was very unique. And I say it was a blessing as to the ending to this.
Yes, it was. That no one was home. That the driver was okay.
Now, I've been to wrecks and accidents before where a car bumped a house, and you would have the grill sitting, maybe where the couch was, and that'd be about it. But I've never seen a whole truck inside a whole house before. Let's go straight to the scene as we go to Bronson Road, Odie, and here's what it was. All up in the house. Now,
luckily, no one was home.
That's right.
Time.
Let's go inside and take a look. They just parked right in the living room there. And what happened here? Well, the truck, and I'm trying to, the live video has got the skid marks where the truck took off. That's where it's being pulled out of the home there. Here's Odie going, move that over to the left. Lewis Recker on scene there as they load the truck from out of the home there. And you see those marks right there in the grass, Odie?
Yeah.
That would be from the next door neighbor's house all the way across the street, across two ditches, and then into the home to where the accelerator was never let off. And, we can say one or two things happened. Either the accelerator got stuck or a confusion in between the brake and the gas. We're not sure what happened. We weren't in the truck. But at the end of the day, the truck took off from the neighbor's house. They were backing up. Lost control of the vehicle, I think is a way to word it.
Yeah.
And then, whoosh, they Boduked it into the house. At the end of the day, he's okay.
He's okay.
Went and got checked out. But, man,
and the homeowners are okay.
And very, very nice and understanding of what happened. We interviewed him while we were standing there, and there it is after it's loaded up there. And there's the after effect there. Now, what is fortunate is that it hit where the window was, so no major structural damage was done. But if you've ever watched those movies on TV to where Lethal Weapon, where they drove through the house.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way to do it right there, and make sure to find a window.
Make sure to find a window. And that's one thing that we have to pay attention to before we pull a vehicle out is there anything from this house and the weight of this house resting on this vehicle?
Look at that hole.
But, man.
I mean, that is big.
Yeah.
And again, a thank you for the homeowner. Of course you're going to be upset your house is hurt, but under the circumstances, they were not yelling. It was none of that. Extremely nice and understanding of accidents happen. And they do. Yeah. Car wrecks, house wrecks that are not common, but they can. That was unique, to say the least there. But at the end of the day, everybody walked away with no injury. We're tickled to death over that nothing major. Now, we also had an accident out in the West Lauderdale area there. Whoop, what's this? In the ditch it goes.
Culvert cleaning.
Yep, cleaning out the ditch there.
Oh, it didn't even got a tire.
Yeah, the tire's gone. That might be what happened.
Yeah,
we're
takes
not geniuses, but something like that happened.
If I slept in a Holiday Inn last night, it takes 4 of them dudes.
To keep that truck rolling there.
But we know laughter is the only thing that can help you through some of these things.
Absolutely. And again, a miraculous, no injuries involved in this either. Originally, they came out, somebody could be hurt on this, and then they weren't after everybody got there. So thank heavens it was nothing worse than that.
Well, kudos for him for not panicking when that happened where it could have gotten worse.
That's right.
And just looks like he got it pulled over as soon as he could and stopped. So kudos for the driver.
Now, overnight, again, there's probably more places, but only had 2 places that were passed on to me last night as we go for gunfire within the city. We had reports of gunfire in the 1300 block of 46th Avenue. No one hurt, no injuries, but still gunfire. Here's Highland Park up here, just to the northeast of there. And again, this would be over here on 46th Avenue is where that happened. We had another place that we don't want to leave out, Old Marion Road. Yet again, more gunfire in that area. This would most likely come from the St. Francisville area, right along in there. It was, from what I understand, the person that contacted me said there was one shot they heard, but shot.
One's one too many.
That's exactly right. So no injuries. Also with this, we want to pass that along. But again, something did go on there. And tons of pictures, Odie, as the sun went down yesterday. It was absolutely gorgeous. This is Bonita Lakes, isn't it? Isn't that where that is?
I would say, yeah, because that's looking from the dam.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
That is, we had the pink moon last night.
Yeah, I got a lot of pictures I hadn't even got up yet that were sent in.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, God had his paintbrush out, and
he had a roller. He was just getting it last night.
Yeah, it was beautiful. He can paint pictures every night. All you got to do is go outside, put your cell phones down, and just go look.
Now, we had where's Action in Meridian, Mississippi? Oh, somewhere around 5 o'clock. Make your way down near the Walgreens on 24th Street, 24th Avenue and 14th Street. Always something. A few weeks ago, right at 5 o'clock, walking down the middle of the road was a guy with a butcher knife. We don't know why he was doing that, but I got video of it, and he was definitely doing it. Each evening, there's always something going on. Yesterday, we had a wreck there, right there at the red light, involving, looks to me like a police officer's car and yet a light pole. No injuries there. A little boo-boo there. It happens, but always something in the area there.
Yeah, that is a busy intersection.
And right there behind the fire station number 1, there's always a little fender bender, something happening in that area. I consider that area all one big there. If you were to draw a circle of about 3 blocks, something going to happen at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, we're all going to leave the office.
Look out, Odie's leaving. More local headlines in just a moment as we take you through this early morning, and we're going to go back in history. That's all next with Scotty Ray and Odie. Y'all stay with us.
Mow, dig, haul, trench. The reliable Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor is highly capable. A smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation and versatile attachments that help you handle the job. The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience. Talk to your Kubota dealer to schedule a demo.
Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows, call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
J&J Tire Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes, with the largest selection of new and used tires, along with exhaust systems. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray and Odie. Early, Wednesday? You ain't even brought up the hump day.
I said it earlier.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, snuck it right on in there for hump day.
It is. We do hope you got a smile and enjoying yourself as we do this. Let's roll back some history time here and look at a few things that happened upon this day. And Odie, I ain't gonna lie, I get a little dizzy even looking at a picture sometimes. My fear of heights, I lose my balance. But I don't know, can you word it like they did in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Of saying the word correctly. Is it all the Woolworth?
It's all the Woolworth.
1913, the Woolworth building opened up. That's a big old building there. And for a while, it was probably one of the biggest, tallest buildings we had there.
When you look at that, what other building comes to mind?
Empire State Building pops in mind.
All right, what else locally?
Locally? Mm-hmm. 3-foot building?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Doesn't it have a resemblance to you, or is that just me?
If you take off the top layer there.
Yeah, besides the other point.
Okay, it looks nothing like it, Odie.
You know.
I tried. I really worked with you there.
Okay.
The Woolworth Building, a huge
Oh,
one there.
man.
Do you remember the name John Cannon?
I do.
Well, some of you will, some of you won't, but you will probably remember a TV show called McCloud. It had Dennis Weaver was the big star of it. Y'all remember this? He's got a birthday today. He was the detective, the chief there. I always referred to Chief.
Chief.
I always liked that show as a kid.
It was good. Daddy watched it, so.
Rode through New York on a horse all the time. He was from New Mexico, if you've never seen the plot of the show. Shirley MacLaine. Any fans of Shirley out there today? And she was born in 1934. I know the name, but I can't tell you a lot that she done.
I don't know of anything
that you've ever watched. Yeah, but she's got a name.
She's got a name because you've heard the name.
We just got to investigate that's what she really done. This one, her thinking is different than us, but she's still got a birthday today, and she's well known, so we'll wish her a happy birthday just the same. Barbara Streisand celebrating her 40th. No, she was born in 42. I was going to say 40. Of course, she's a long way from that. Hung out with Chris Christopherson one time, I think. Big birthday to her. Now, as we get into names that I know a little bit more, anybody remember the Oak Ridge Boys? The guy with the deep voice?
Yeah. Bop, bow, bow.
Richard Sturban having a birthday today, and this is him here on the left right there. And boys, he looks more like Cousin It here nowadays. His newer pictures. I wonder if he did play on the Addams Family and we just weren't told.
He could have just brought some of that stuff around the front side.
William Golden. He ain't trimmed that stuff in years.
Looks like a duck commander, doesn't he?
He does. He does resemble that quite a bit there.
Yeah.
Oh, Karina says she was in Still Magnolia.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
And I have to admit this.
And Margie said terms of endearment.
2 mules for Sister Sarah.
Okay. Oh, well now.
That was a Clint, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Clint.
Still Magnolias. Here's me. Oh, it's on again? Oh, let me leave. I've got something I can go do in the shop. See you later. Bye. I just cannot take that show. I know there's a lot of ladies that love Still Magnolias, but it wasn't made for me.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
They're cutting hair or somebody's getting married. I really don't know. And I don't want to know because it just didn't.
She was the lady always shooting the birds.
In Two Sisters or in...
I don't know. No, was that the Flying Birds or that was the number 1 bird?
No. 1946, this old guy was born since you brought up the Ducks.
The Beards, yeah.
He's born today.
Look at there.
Phil Robertson, he's the leader of that bunch there.
Still got to go see that movie because, his life story and what he's been through, what he's done, and how he's turned his life around. That's a pretty good little story.
Has. Nita tells us she played Wee in Still Magnolia. Yeah.
Okay. Weezer?
I don't know Weezer. But I again, we didn't watch it, so.
Yeah. Don't know. We'll take y'all's word for it.
We did watch this, Caddyshack. Who didn't watch Caddyshack? Man, that was a funny show. I get no respect. As we go back for Michael O'Keefe, you remember him? He was the caddy.
Yep, he was the caddy.
Who the judge tried to whoop with a club at the house, if you'll remember that scene. Chased him up and down the hallways. We go back for Raquel Welch, and I want to show you this picture of what could have been. She auditioned today for a part, and she didn't get it. She auditioned for Mary Ann, and this is what it looked like. What do you think?
She'd have been a good one, and I'd have still been a Mary Ann fan over Ginger.
But the girl, Wales, she really had that girl next door look, didn't she? Innocence.
She did. Because, all right, can you picture Raquel in pigtails?
No, I can't.
I can't.
And it was Wales. What was her first name? Was it Diane?
Diane or Diane, no, something like that.
Yeah, her last name was Wells for sure that played that part. Yeah. And she just fit it. It's really hard. It's like you cannot imagine anyone else ever playing Andy Griffith because...
Oh, no.
He just... Or Barney. No one could play that part. Dawn, that was her name.
Dawn, that's right. It started
Dawn
with a
Wells.
D. Yeah. But, yeah, that's just... I mean, now she's beautiful.
Yes.
But she's just not.
You want to relive that moment, Odie?
One more time.
One more time. There we go. Raquel Welch.
Oh, wait a minute. We just upset somebody.
What did we do?
Well, we showed another woman.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. We got somebody that doesn't like that. As we go back to, I didn't even know they made a comic of this. Did you?
I didn't either.
But they did. 1966, it came out. I Dream of Jeannie. Major Nelson.
Was that before? Or.
Well, it's got his picture, so it's got to be after.
So it's got, yeah.
That would be my guess.
Because, there's been, what was that, Walking Dead?
He was a comic book first.
It was a comic book and then turned into a movie, which I never paid any attention to it. So I didn't know it was a comic book till halfway through the second, third season.
I don't think I ever owned a comic.
Now, I've got a bunch of old comics. I got to see what kind of shape they're in. But
there's a lot of trading in that, along with those baseball cards.
I put them up a long time ago.
Can you do it? Move your head a little bit. Georgia.
Sweet Georgia.
It became official today as Ray Charles' song Georgia on My Mind became the state song of Georgia, and rightly so. It really and truly describes Georgia to a T.
Yeah.
As we go back to Mississippi Needs Roll On Mississippi. Yeah. Charlie Pride is our state song.
What was that fella's name that played him in the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Golly, and I know it like
I
do my name. Awesome. He did a great job playing Ray Charles. Great movie. And then him and Willie sings Seven Spanish Angels. That was a good one.
But Ray Charles really was a groundbreaker. He done a lot there.
Yes, Jamie Foxx. Thank you, Richard.
Yeah, Jamie. I got a woman way across town. She's good to me. He really done a version of that. Let's go back to 1982. And do you need to turn your head, Odie? I don't want to get you in trouble. There was a lot of people that went out and bought this. It was on VHS, and it was long before you were sweating to the oldies. There were some guys that got in trouble because they got to sweating watching it. They didn't have to work out. Well, her Jane Fonda workout video was released today in 1980. There's no telling what this woman made off of this.
No.
Now, there's
TBN, she had all the money in the world. She didn't have to worry about nothing. But
there's a lot that don't like Jane, isn't it?
Well, she was big war protest.
Yeah.
America protest. So, no, I have nothing for her.
Yep, we're going to say we're not in fond of her. But the workout video did sell back in 82. What was number one? This is what you call it's a country song. I'm crying my heart out over you as we go back to remember 1982 was the year Ricky Skaggs had a number one on this date. Tonight my heart is aching and my something is blue. Because she's been seen running around.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she was cheating on him.
Ooh. Oh. Christy said Seven Spanish Angels was one of her favorite songs. I'm with you, because it's mine too. But Willie and Charles singing that, yep, one of my top.
So are you a big Willie fan?
I do like Willie.
I have to take Willie in spurts, small doses. I'm not real big on that.
Dot said, don't have a problem with y'all showing pictures of women. But could you balance it out with Patrick Swayze, Brad Pitt, or Sam Elliott, or Rip, or something?
Well, I guess she's got a point. Where's Julia?
Where's Julia?
She's going to have to take up the slack on that.
Yeah,
we'll let her bring a picture of Rip tomorrow.
Or Friday.
Now,
or bring whatever she would have a pinup at. Did they still have pinup with her? 'Cause, she's younger than we are.
Well, yeah, I don't know. But now I got to say this: of all the dudes that are out there, Mr. Cool would be Sam Elliott. I don't care. That dude is just like super cool.
All right, so
he's got that gravelly voice that just says, "I'm not going to take anything from you."
So you had Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
And then a new age, I guess Rip. Would that be the two for y'all?
Huh.
Robin said, "Yeah, please."
but as you look at that, and we joke about that, but who is Sam Elliott over somebody like Patrick Swayze, Or is Sam Elliott it for just, it wouldn't matter what age demographic you're talking about?
Sam's name's coming up a pretty good bit on the comments.
But I'm telling you, he is just cool. I like Sam Elliott. Every Western, he's like the Mr. Western.
You ought to grow your hair out like Sam.
I can't grow it out. Oh, yeah, I've tried. This is as good as it gets. We got a rip coming up there of ladies thinking that he's it.
Yeah. Now, I tell you, this one, she
can belt it out.
She can sing
Ooh,
right
Kelly
there.
Clarkson has a birthday today. And again, she came along as a nobody, and then the next thing you know, she's a household name there.
And she went through, it was one of those TV competitions.
Yeah, that's how she got her start.
She got her start, and look at her now.
Wasn't she the first winner of American Idol?
That's right. That's what it was.
Thought so.
American Idol. I couldn't remember what the name of it was.
Look, when I was looking back in today's history, I looked at this year and I thought, surely that wasn't 1993. There's no way that it could have been. And well, it was. As we remember, She Don't Know She's Beautiful. It was
That
1993 that Sammy took it to number one.
I'm like you now. I wouldn't have believed that was that old.
That was before everybody realized he had an attitude problem. And it kind of hurts your career after that.
Yeah.
2000, it was a remake, as Alan Jackson sat down and he did an album called Under the Influence. And it was a lot of big hits on there. And, well, he recut It Must Be Love, It Must Be Love.
Yep.
He released it to radio today. I love that album. One of my most favorite ones that he had there. Had Kiss an Angel, Good Morning, Farewell Party, Papa Top, The Blues Man. That was real big, too. So check that album out if you've never listened to it. Now, Merle Haggard finally quit making payments today. And I say it that way. I don't want anybody to take that wrong. It was, you ever saw something like you go to buy something and you bought it and you think, well, I don't really want it now.
Yeah.
Well, he saw something Buck Owens had and thought, man, I got to have that. And he did, and then he couldn't get rid of it. It wouldn't go away. And for the rest of his life, it followed him around and wanted a check every month.
Yeah.
And more checks.
Had that hand out.
She did. And, well, and again, I don't mean this cruel, I don't want to, but she passed away today as Merle Haggard's ex-wife, Bonnie Owens, passed away. And she was married to Buck Owens, and, well, we all know if you'll put the names together there, kind of what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to have that. Well, you got more than you asked for. She did. The rest of his life stood right behind him on every stage.
They'll do it once, they'll do it again.
Oh, yep. We lost somebody that was, he was the deep voice of this group. But if you remember watching the television show on TNN, he was the jokester of the group.
Yeah, he was.
Y'all remember Harold Reed? He passed away today 4 years ago. It's hard to believe. Liver cancer, I think, is what liver troubles was what finally got him. He was 80 years old, and boy, what a loss with the Statler brothers. Harold, Phil, Don, and Lou.
We'd listen to that on Sunday mornings. Daddy'd have the record on.
Well, there you go. We'll be right back. We got more to talk about what went on locally. Thank y'all for being a part of what we do. We can't say thank you enough. Be right back.
We know you care. But if this is all too real for you and your loved ones, make the call. Because we care too. Home instead. To us, it's personal.
The selection is always changing at Massey Supermart Auto Sales with low mileage cars and trucks. How about a 2022 Jeep Wrangler or a 2021 Honda Ridgeline Sport with only 40,000 miles? A GMC Denali or a 2024 Silverado 2500? Drop in today and find the car that you're looking for. They're packed with low mileage cars and trucks.
The low profit dealer, Massey Supermart.
For something as vital as your eyes, you should have your lenses and contacts made with the utmost care and precision. And that's what Grayson Optical does on 24th Avenue. Since 1996, Grayson Optical's mission has been to provide Meridian and surrounding areas with quality eye care products. That's why we're locally owned and operated. And don't forget, custom-made sunglasses like Costa for your eyes only. When you need to see clearly, Grayson Optical. 2021 24th Avenue, Meridian. 601-693-6374.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
Let's talk about chicks, Odie.
I like talking about chicks.
Well, let's show a picture of this chick because she's hot. There she is. They got them now at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. If you're needing a chick in your life, go by and see them there.
Yeah, and that's a lot of people now are getting more chicken farms and chicken coops and all. You can get the whole chicken coop down there.
You sure can.
And start your whole chicken farm, whether they're free roaming like Scotty Ray's or...
We got chickens that'll get you here. Next thing you know, you're sitting in your car.
Yeah, and then you might have a pile of chicken.
That's right. What about a plant? Do you need some of these Meyer Lemon specials?
Meyer Lemon.
And look here. Here's some great ones there. 15% off. Go by and check this out. They got plenty of flowers and, well, anything that you need to work around the house in, from gloves to shears. They got it for you. Lauderdale County Farm Supply, exit 151 off the interstate. Several replies there to some of the songs there. Bob brought up the class of 57. Well, they all had dreams, didn't they? We all thought we'd change the world. And then somebody worked for Sears. It went through everybody in the class of what they did. It's just a great thing in the class of 57.
That's pretty cool.
I'll go to my grave loving you.
Oh, no, I like that one.
I'll go. If me and Odie could sing, we'd hit the road.
We would have a second hour.
Yes, we would. Down I-59 yesterday afternoon, we had an accident right there at the Jasper County line. It was mile marker 116 in the southbound lane as we had an overturned vehicle happen yesterday. Blocked traffic for a little while, one lane of traffic as they got that cleaned up. Often accidents happen there right around that Jasper-Clark County line. Yesterday was no exception. I was going along yesterday and I said, what's that? I don't know if y'all can see this off in the distance there, but right up through there, there's smoke.
Oh, yeah.
And where there's smoke, there's what?
There's fire.
So we just got right on down the highway, and what did we find here? Woof. We had a fire. The volunteer fire departments fought this throughout the afternoon, even called in forestry to come in, bring the bulldozers around. It was a controlled burn that jumped.
It doesn't take much. There was a little wind that was blowing. And once it gets out, it's ready to go.
So firefighters fought that, and that's just one of those things. Today is going to be windy also, so we ask you to be cautious on what you do. Even if it's a controlled burn, watch what you do, because we're going to have some gusts up to, 25 today.
Yeah.
Now, we had reports of car burglaries yesterday morning. When I say car burglary, it's somebody breaking into your car, taking something that you see. This would be over the Mount Barton area. This is going to be 31st Avenue right here. It's where the motel is, and this would be back in here. Is where this is where that warming shelter was, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, right along in there is where the car burglary took place. People taking things that, it wasn't theirs. Shame. As we go to Clark County, there was an incident yesterday morning that we put out that there had been an accident right on the outskirts of Quitman, right there at the city limit sign. And as we go to our friends at Clark County Hot Topics, here's the scene. Off in the bushes it went, Odie. Well,
that's a scary ride.
That'll mess up your paint job.
You could buff that out.
Yeah. What about that? You think that's...
you had to beat that now.
Things like that happen every day. Be careful of that. Also, last night, things were shut down for a little while in Clark County as we go further into this. This would be over by Long's Fish Camp there. A gas leak. Somebody struck that, and they had to bring in the gas company to repair all this. River Road is where that was.
That's a heck of a little deal right there. That could turn out pretty bad. And
it took probably 3 hours to repair that.
Wow.
Not exactly the job I want.
No, you got to work in the middle of that stuff.
Yeah, when that's leaking, it's not for me.
They said, say a prayer for the students today. They're having state testing. So hopefully all goes good. Of course, they've been practicing all year for state texting. That's all they learned is state testing.
It's going on.
One of these days, we'll get back to allowing our teachers to teach. And when I talk about that, I am not talking about our local teachers and none of that. I think our teachers are great. You got a job that I wouldn't do. But y'all's hands are tied on how and what y'all can teach, and we understand that. So, but for the kids and all of you out there getting ready to go to school to take that test, we do say a prayer for y'all and hope you have a good day. Hope you had a good breakfast, got you good sleep last night so you can get through this test and not have to worry about it.
All right, we just got a bulletin in from Neshoba County. This comes in from Sheriff Eric Clark as well. We got a situation, Odie, as we found this out. Highway 482 near Highway 16 in Neshoba County. Apparently a pedestrian was struck last night. Someone this morning noticed it. Mississippi Highway Patrol has arrived on scene, and the person has been officially pronounced deceased.
Wow.
All they can tell us at this point in time that it is a Native American male that has been struck.
Prayers to everybody working that and the family that's having to deal with that, man.
Again, that's Highway 482, Highway 16, as Neshoba County Sheriff's Department, Mississippi Highway Patrol are on scene as they investigate this. Now, with that being said, it has all points of being a hit and run. Of if someone found it this morning, did they know what they? We don't know.
Yeah.
But that's a toughie right there. It won't be the first time that this has happened.
Man, we hate that.
So
that's tough.
It is. Prayers, condolences to everyone involved in that.
Definitely.
As we go to North Park Church, they're going to be having a golf tournament, Odie, as we go here to showcase what they have going on here. May the 3rd is when this will happen at Briarwood. 8:30 a.m. is tea time. Come on out.
I could play some putt-putt, but I've never been real good at that golf stuff.
Yeah, they asked me never even come back to report. You're so bad, don't even talk about it.
Shh.
Golf.
He's fixing to swing.
It's real quiet.
I can't deal with that.
There's as you can tell, me and Odie are a little loud for golf.
4.
You're supposed to be like when somebody. What do you call it? When
better swing.
What do you call it when you first? Is it tee off?
Yeah,
or do you
tee off.
every one, or you putt from one?
No, you tee off, and it's called a tee off because you're hitting it from a peg.
Okay.
From the start, and then putting is on the green. And then you use different clubs in between the two.
See, we watched Tin Cup. This is how we know this.
Exactly.
Outside
of
that,
it was also, what was Adam Sandler?
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Man,
I learned a lot of golf from him. Might not have been correct.
If they make more golf shows like that, I'd be more interested in golf all the time because it sure was fun.
It was funny. Man. Millie says 190 more miles and I'll be home. Well, safe travels.
Absolutely there.
Be careful out there.
We'll be right back. Sky Ray and Odie as we work on this Wednesday morning for you.
Call Trey Long with Long Cleaning Solutions. 601-934-9427. Step into the spotless world of Long Cleaning Solutions. Feel the power of our one-of-a-kind solution perfected by Trey Long. Don't delay. Get results today. Call Trey Long at Long Cleaning Solutions, 601-934-9427.
Health Now is your locally owned medical equipment store. Every person's need is a little different, and they offer a little bit of supplies. They even have walkers, bath products, and oxygen. And the great thing about Health Now is they offer same-day service. They're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on call 24/7. Health Now Medical Equipment, where we treat our patients like family.
If every time the wind blows you get a little leery about a tree over your house, talk to my friends at Reed Tree Service. There's no reason to be worried about a tree crashing through your house. Mike Reed has years of experience dealing with trees. It can be as simple as having a limb removed or a tree that is just huge too close to your shop or house. It's not going to cost you anything to have Mike come out and give you an estimate. They're licensed and insured, taking care of East Mississippi and West Alabama. Reed Tree Service. Have tree, will travel. Welcome back, your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie, and I don't know the reason for this before we get into this, but something to be alarmed with of watching what happens across the United States. Is your bank one of these? In 1 week, 36 banks or branches, let me say it that way, branches, not the total banks, have closed. Wells Fargo taking up a lot of those. As we look down through here, California has a lot of banks closing there. Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Pennsylvania, Florida, North Carolina. Is this something that we're going to see, that the branches start to disappear and they're pushing more and more for you to do your banking online instead of being able to walk into a bank? And the question is, why?
I think a lot of it is.
Is it just cost that they're shutting these down?
Well, I think a lot of it is going back to what's another way to get rid of a cash society, and let's push a cashless society. If you take a bank away where you can walk in and get cash, then you're speeding up this cashless society.
And they do want that.
And I mean, you still have to have, you would think that you still have to have a bank. Now, I deal with a couple of different banks, and I like local banks.
He spreads it around.
I do spread it around.
$10 here, $10 there.
Yeah. And I've got a credit union. I'm part of Navy Federal Credit Union. I don't have one of these huge major ones. But
I have met people that deal with banks that aren't even in the state, like this Wells Fargo and Bank of America. I don't think we've got one of those locally, but
I don't think so. I think we got a Wells Fargo lending office, but not a bank.
Well, like you take Marion. Marion for years now has not had a bank, and it looks like they're going to get like a little branch here coming up pretty soon there, where you'll be able to drive up and it will. This is neat.
You think? Here comes Marion again. I mean,
he's adding stuff back to Marion, but you'll be able to drive up to it, and then it'll connect you to a teller, and you're looking at them right there at the little bank. So that's coming to Marion.
I mean, that's pretty cool. Of course, now Mayor's on top of it.
Yeah, he's moving things there.
He is.
Scott says there is a Wells Fargo in Laurel there.
Okay.
But one world currency. There's a lot of people pushing for that.
Government control.
We would like to keep our US of A money the way it is.
So, and I'm going to use some of Greg's thought. How about going to get some cash and make a point to, when you go do stuff, pay with cash? How do you push back on a cashless society? By spending cash. And if all you do is purchase everything you do with a debit card, you're helping cashless society win. And it helps out with your budget. If you go get $100 and say, this is my lunch money for the week, and if you spend it all,
you got no more.
You don't have no more lunch money. It helps with a budget. Cashless society does not.
Unless you got a friend like Odie, you go, Odie, I forgot my wallet. When I told that?
It was like, oh, okay. So you knew I had some money. Of course, I always just tell them, so it's on me. When you get through, you can just walk out. You might want to run.
But you can walk out.
But you can walk out.
Every now and then you will leave. Accidents happen where you'll leave your wallet behind. Driver's license, whole 9 yards. And I'm used to putting it in that front pocket now, and I try to feel every time I walk out if I've got it or not. Double check.
Have I ever? Because, you're right.
All right, Odie, we need to do some birthdays.
Woo, we do, because we got Easton Mabry, 7 years old today.
Good age
Big day. Dr. Gary Gibson. Old Gib himself went to school together.
Yeah.
52 years old today. Happy birthday, Doc. And Charles Ray Pilgrim's having a birthday. So let's see which one we got here. And dun, 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 dun. Look at there. Charles Ray Pilgrim is the winner of the Hyundai of Meridian Scotty Ray Report coffee mug. All you got to do is go down to Hyundai of Meridian, go in there and pick your mug up. They'll have it ready for you. And congratulations and happy birthday to Charles Ray.
Anita, I know you're correct there. She says, well, cash is actually dirty if you touch it. It is. I'm not going to lie about that. Everything we touch is dirty.
Your car door is dirty.
Wash your hands, it'll be okay.
Yeah, everything you touch is dirty. And then everybody thinks I'm crazy. But the more dirt you get on you and the more dirt that you rub on you, the healthier you get because
your immune system. And how do we prove that? Take a child who's never been to a daycare or school before and see what happens.
And they get sick.
Over and over and over until that immune system gets built up. That's fact. It ain't fun. It ain't pretty, but that's the true facts in life.
God made dirt and it don't hurt.
He sat up all night to think of that. Odie, you need to leave us with a good word today. What's a good Bible verse that we can take away and use somewhere today?
You
got something for us?
I do. And this one right here, as soon as I saw it, I said, man, and this led to something else. But today's Bible verse comes from Mark 9, verse 23. If you can, said Jesus, everything is possible for one who believes. What else did he say? And this goes over to Matthew. Truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can move this mountain. Move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible to you. That is the power of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And all we've got to do is have belief the size of a mustard seed. Believe in yourself, believe in Jesus, and believe in the everlasting life that he can give you. And all you've got to do is invite him to your heart today. Ask him to forgive you of your sins and cleanse you with his blood. Have a wonderful day. We'll be back in a little less than 23 hours. Until then, remember, we love you as well. See you tomorrow.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.